In pharmaceutical industry, drug quality and safety is ensured by maintaining high standards of all ingredients. Ion chromatography is typically the method of choice that helps determine the amount of active ingredients, excipients, metabolites, and trace level of impurities when manufacturing these drugs. Chromatography is a physical chemical separation method used to separate a mixture into its individual components based on analyte distribution between a mobile and a stationary phase. Molecules that do not interact with the stationary phase elute first, and the ones that interact with the strongest elute last. Ion chromatography is a liquid chromatographic technique where ionic and polar analytes are separated and detected. In this case, the principle behind the separation of these ions is the difference between the affinities of the ions towards the resin. Molecules that are singly or not charged and weakly interact with the stationary phase elute first, and the ones that are doubly charged interact with the strongest elute last. Ion exchanges can be both anionic and cationic. They normally consist of a solid phase on whose surface ionic groups are fixed. Here are some typical eluents used during anion and cation exchange chromatography. There are several separation techniques available. So the next question is, why do we prefer using ion chromatography for chromatographic separation and measurement of ionic analytes? This is primarily because it is an analytical tool that allows for the separation, qualitative and quantitative determination of trace quantities of ions. The types of ion chromatography are ion exchange chromatography, ion exclusion chromatography, and ion pair chromatography. Now that we understand the basis of separation in ion chromatography, let us move on to the instrumentation requirements of an ion chromatograph. This is how the components of a typical ion chromatograph are laid out. Hope this video helped to go through the concept of ion chromatography. For a complete interactive e-learning module on ion chromatography, for details on each component of an ion chromatograph, typical do's and don'ts, along with graded assessments, reach out to us.